We sailed to this tiny island in the Pacific Ocean that no one has ever heard of, and it is fast becoming our favourite place in the world. We didn't know what to expect when we set out on our journey to get here, but meeting the locals and exploring this beautiful atoll that they call home has been truly wonderful. The people of Tongareva, way out here in the Cook Islands, hardly get any visitors because it is so challenging to get here. There aren't any flights or ferry services, and the only way to visit is to sail in on your own boat. So you might ask why we've chosen to spend time somewhere so remote, so isolated, and so difficult to reach. It's really hard to put into words, so instead, let us show you.
All right, we have been here in the Cook Islands for a couple of days now. Tongareva in the Penrhyn Basin. How wild does that sound? Sorry about the wind, by the way. It has been quite gusty while we've been here. And I mean, that is no excuse for what is happening right now.
Well, I know we've been here for a little while, but I only just finished making the flag, so I better put it up quickly before it's time to leave again.
Gonna start a civil war, I'm telling you, one of these days. So Brownie, if you don't know, makes every single one of our boat flags, and they are fantastic. Can I show people?
Some are better than others. I'm quite embarrassed about this one, if we're honest.
I'm gonna hold it in the wind so you can see it. It involved, there was lots of shortcut suggestions made, and then the long-term goal was to make all of those stars, each individually sewn on, and on both sides. So yeah, we're respecting the people of the Cook Islands at last by putting up a proper flag, and then maybe they won't kick us out.
I think we're going to have to choose our future countries. Our route plan is going to be decided by how easy it is to sew the flag. So I guess we're going to Japan then.
What are the other ones? Japan. Who has that one?
We're clearly not going to Australia or New Zealand if the flag is anything to go by. Mind you, they've got fewer stars. This has got 15 and you have to do it double-sided.
Could you recycle?
Just peel some of them off. We're ready!
What we've done is, to give you a bit more background, we checked in over on that side of the atoll. However, the prevailing winds mean it's pretty rolly over there. So most boats that visit, we're boat number 13 this year. I think they expected about 20 in the whole year. Pretty much everyone who visits ends up coming over this side where there's some super shelter, and this whole village here, which has like 20 people living in it. There's not a lot of people here, but every single one of them is just an absolute gem. We have met not quite everybody, but almost everybody. So what we thought we'd do is take you in, show you around. We're gonna do a bit of discovery as well, because we've actually barely made it past the shoreline. And yeah, introduce you to a few people.
So this is Kira's house. It's where everybody ties up their dinghy to the wall along the front. And Kira is like the self-appointed welcome committee for Tautua, which is the name of this village here. And she has been incredibly kind. We have been hanging out here most evenings. She has cooked dinner for us. She's always inviting us to community things. So yeah, I'll take you and introduce her. So Kira, you're saying you wanted more boats to come here?
Yeah, we enjoy, having people.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have such a gift for welcoming.
Yeah.
You turned up and it was like we felt we were home. Yeah. It's like, come on in, have a seat.
I might stay forever. I'm just going to warn you now.
You can stay. We got plenty house to stay.
And plenty of work to make us useful. And you're making these hats for the festival?
Yeah.
So you can make, how long does it take you to make one hat?
If it needed for agent, I can finish it for 1 day.
What? You can do this in a day?
Yeah. And I have 5 hats inside the house. It's already finished.
Yeah. And 15 more to go, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we mentioned the festival, which was a bit confusing when we first arrived here, because we arrived and we were told about a day called Kiorana Day.
Yeah.
And we'd crossed our wires and thought that that meant everybody in the whole atoll were going to run away down to the capital, Rarotonga. And we'd be left all on our own to kind of look after the place. So it turns out that wasn't the day, the festival. The actual festival is happening next month.
So still, almost everybody from this entire atoll are jumping on I was going to say a cruise ship, a supply ship.
Supply ship is being put on for them to come up from the capital.
And they're going to sail for 3 days down to Rarotonga and have this big festival. So I'm guessing there won't be many people left here in a month's time. But what it means is that we're seeing all of the preparations. So it's like the 60th anniversary of, not quite independence, but the sort of nation status of the Cook Islands.
Yeah.
And it's this huge thing that they only go down once every 10 years. So they've been fishing, they've been collecting coconuts, they've been making these hats to sell at the market, and just, yeah, it's awesome to see a little glimpse of what the prep is.
Yeah, the place is a buzz. For so few people here, everybody is in like preparation mode, get ready to go off. And we just heard there, of course, they're going to do these big sort of show and tells. It's like everyone gets their spot, they do a dance, they do a story tell, a song.
So I'm going to try and persuade them to have a rehearsal so that we can go along and see the dance, because I think that would be awesome.
That would be a lot of fun. So yeah, either way, we're going to explore here because we've not made it this far yet.
I know, don't know what we're going to find.
I have no idea what we're going to show you.
What did you find?
And they've definitely not been fattened up quite yet. And I'm guessing this is next year's bacon.
Don't eat the food, guys. Save yourselves. You can feel the coconut scraps they're eating. Do you think we can take one?
Do you want to take a boat pig?
I absolutely want a boat pig.
How
Well,
does
no,
that-
I don't. I
how
want
does
a
that
boat
work?
piglet. Let's get a micro pig.
I think these ones get bigger. I think that's how they work. They start
They're
small.
too cute.
They end up like mum over here.
Hello, little guys. I always love coming out to these outer reefs because it's just like, it feels so wild and yet so close to the calm of the lagoon where we are. So when I was growing up in Cornwall, we used to live right by the coast, and if you had this huge storm, you'd just be like tucked up safe in the house, looking out the window at it, looking at the sea raging and the winds kind of getting really crazy wild, but not having to go out in it is one of my favorite things. So knowing that Indioko is super safe, and knowing that as soon as we want to go back to the calm and the peace, we can, it's quite cool to come out here and just see like the smashing of the waves that are just coming pretty much the entire way across the Pacific until they hit these shores. You're doing your bit for ocean conservation.
This is the one sad thing that I've noticed every time we get to these outer reefs. They are stunning and beautiful and crazy to see big ocean waves. But the amount of plastic that gets washed up on these beaches is absurd. When you think about it, between here, facing this way, pretty much there is the Marquesas, which are tiny islands in the middle of the Pacific. And then after that, there's like
Ecuador, yeah.
And then how does this stuff get washed up on this tiny little coral rocky beach in the middle of nowhere? It's nuts. I don't normally get on my high horse in the whole environmental thing, but that's one thing that is kind of annoying.
So this is the school for this village. There is a school on the other side of the atoll which has maybe like 30 children in it. This one, I believe, has 4, and one of them is currently in New Zealand. So there are 3 children who go to this school. That sounds like my ideal job as a teacher. Three children I can just about handle.
You can almost have one per arm plus one. You can't kick the children, Bernie.
No, I think that might be why I'm the teacher and you're not.
That was lesson 1 in teacher school, wasn't it?
I'll explain why you're hobbling.
Yeah.
Admit it.
So the other day, we had just been hanging out at Kura's house, actually, and it got to the end of the night and we said, you know what, we're going to head home now. And, you know, for the record, we don't drink. However, when I tried to step down into the dinghy, there's a little fabric strap, which normally the seat would clip into if it was in the middle of the dinghy, and my 2 smaller toes decided they wanted to go inside that strap. My 2 bigger toes, 3 bigger toes, decided they wanted to go outside the strap, and then I kind of fell forward and did some damage.
Yeah, we don't think it's broken.
Yeah, I can move it incredibly painfully, so I've been kind of running on ibuprofen for the last couple of days, and the swelling has gone from very, very black to kind of brownish
Yeah, that's progress.
yellow, which is what it's supposed to do.
Still quite purple.
So, a little bit purple, but yeah, so we're gonna just keep looking after it by going for long walks around desert islands in the middle of the Pacific.
You're just so committed to your job, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we have heard that they have a new hospital here, which I think might be an overstatement. I think it's more like a field clinic. But you know what? I'm hardy. I don't need that. I can just push on and I'll have a deformed, wonky foot at the end of it.
The church here is the absolute heart of the community. We were invited to a service on Sunday where it is very traditional. Everybody wore white. I did not have any white clothes, so we had to cut up a bedsheet the night before and turn it into a skirt.
You togaed your way to church, is what you did.
I absolutely togaed my way through church. They were very kind and still let us in, even though we looked a bit of a riot.
It was awkward.
But we're not allowed to film in the church, so we can't take the camera in and show you, I'm afraid. But it was an amazing experience. The whole thing was in Rarotonga, so we didn't really follow what was going on. But the a cappella voices of 20 people singing their hearts out in a space with rafters at the top and amazing acoustics is something I will not forget for a very long time. So it was so kind of them to invite us in and let us be part of that. But it really spreads through everything they do. So every time they go out fishing, they pray before they put the hooks in the water, and the whole community come together. Last night we were here weeding the church garden just to take part in kind of village life. So it's right in the center of the village, but it's kind of metaphorically the center of everything they do as well.
It might take some modification, but I'm pretty sure we could squeeze one of these on the back of the boat.
It would keep our dinghy shaded.
Super shaded. It might act as an extra kind of sail, like a foil, a wind. What do you got? A spoiler?
Yeah.
Go extra fast.
We were just hearing that this solar farm is actually quite a new thing. I think they just built it last year. Kira's mum used to live here. She sadly died last year, and Kira gave the land to the community so that they could have a solar farm, so that it would benefit the whole village and not just have new land for her to build a house on or something. So they still live up in the centre of the village, but now they have absolutely masses of power, which is rooted to every building here, I believe. Well, this is quite a find.
I think we've found the ferry terminal for a ferry that doesn't exist. There's just a resident crab on the table. I think it's an ex-crab.
Just don't lean back too far because there's a big gap behind you.
So I suppose this kind of summarizes the community here, because everything we have seen is like, it's essentially a tight-knit family who are just all looking out for each other and for any stray wayward sailor who happens to rock up. A couple of years ago, there was actually a single-handed rower who ended up almost crashing on the reef just over here. And yeah, when the community heard that he was out of food, they rallied. They went out, they actually towed him all the way into the lagoon, and then he ended up staying just here in the village for quite a long time. And yeah, really got to know everybody, and everyone got to know him. So it just shows how incredibly welcoming they've been to us and to anybody who turns up here.
Yeah, I am just so happy that we came here. I don't know if we said before that we weren't sure if we were actually going to make it this far north. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to stop in the Cook Islands. And then all of our patrons were like, no, it sounds awesome, you have to go there. So here we are, and I'm just so blown away by this experience. I know that every time we go to a new place, we say, this is our favorite island in the world. But this is my favorite island in the world.
And actually, to that point, as Bernie mentioned, a huge thank you to our patrons, because they are actually the reason we were able to come here. We haven't really shared much about this, but the bank balance is looking disturbingly low these days. And basically, we weren't going to be able to afford to come here if it wasn't for the generosity of a certain unnamed patron. I wish to remain anonymous, and just know that you're certainly not anonymous to us. So thank you very much. And hopefully, if you enjoy this stuff and you enjoy the silly places we end up, you might actually consider, you don't have to be like a crazy high roller patron. You can just like one Starbucks coffee a month. So yeah, if you haven't ever thought about it, maybe take a quick peek over at Patreon. We don't do plugs like this very often, but check it out. There's loads more content there, off the record stuff, extra shots and videos that we didn't include in these episodes. They're all hiding out there on Patreon. So it's worth taking a peek.
So that is the very end of the village. We are going to turn around and head back up to Kira's now. And I think the whole community are getting together this afternoon and require some volunteers. So we were saying the festival is happening next month and everybody is preparing for it. So a bunch of people have headed down to one of the motus in the south to collect a bunch of coconuts. And we are going to somehow be useful to them and not ruin it.
I mean, it's actually quite cool because we'll show you this in detail, I hope. But essentially, they're going to collect coconuts, husk them, like strip the flesh outer padding, whatever you want to call that, the husk.
1 second, duck beneath the tree. Carry on.
And then they're going to crack them open, and inside, if you get a coconut at the right moment, it has what they call the marshmallow. And so essentially what they're doing is they're trying to harvest these marshmallows to essentially make their plane snacks for the journey down to the festival. You know how when you go to the airport, you jump into, I don't know what there is in the US, but like typically W.H. Smith's to be the UK, or 7-Eleven, maybe there's 7-Elevens in airports. I don't know, you jump into the little snack bar place and you grab yourself some sweets and something to read. Well, essentially that's what they're doing. They've just nipped down to the nearest atoll to pick up a couple of snacks for the boat ride.
So yeah, we're gonna head up, hopefully be assigned a job, and we'll see a few more people up there.
Count the fingers now. If machetes are involved, this could get interesting.
And you're already injured.
Oh, you start there. Ah, okay.
Turn it the other way around.
You learnt the trick now.
Yeah, I've been doing it backwards this whole time. So I've always done it with the face looking at you, and then I went that way.
Yeah.
But Kura's just saying, no, if you put it that way around, it cracks, and it instantly cracks, like half of the shell.
Ah,
It's way faster. Super simple. Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's how you do it.
Now we're getting into it. Are you being shown up ever so slightly?
yeah, everybody's being very kind and saying, oh yeah, that's exactly how you do it, and then subtly showing me how to do it properly.
Sorry for you, Kura took my knife and she's done more coconuts in about 3 minutes than I did the entire time.
I know, I do feel like we're slowing the process down. But we're trying.
Thanks
So
for
we're
letting us
just
play.
grating all this away, and then when you get to the top, there's like some fibers that you don't want to get into it. So I keep trying to stop before I get to the fibers because I don't want to ruin all of the coconut that's going into the bowl.
Oh goodness. Once this is all grated, what's it for?
Oh, pancakes.
For pancakes. Oh, are they the fried ones?
The front one.
They are so
They were
good.
amazing.
So we are storming along now. 2 other boats have come in to help out, and everybody has just been given a job. We've got like 3 sacks of coconuts to work through, and we're going to see if we can do it before the sun sets. And we're done.
Job done. I mean, what did we count? 4 sacks of coconuts?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, and we've made a pretty decent bucket full of what was marshmallow, but you've now grated. And apparently it'll all turn into pancakes, which I'm very excited to try.
Yeah, right.
And we should probably get the recipe for that, because I suspect that's going to keep us going for quite some time.
I think I could live on coconut pancakes on the boat. We'll get Kira to teach us.
With some like maple syrup drizzle.
Oh, now you're talking. And a bit of ice cream on the side.
Well, obviously. So the incredible Kura and her brother-in-law T have invited us to go back to their house this evening for a kind of potluck dinner. So a couple of the boats in Anchorage here and ourselves have all got together and made up a few different courses. Of course, we did the dessert because we're so sweet. And we'll just take it in now, and hopefully it'll be the start of a wonderful evening. I'm looking forward to it because, well, I've tasted the dessert and it's really, really good.
So all the boats have come in tonight. We have got guitars, we've got ukuleles, we've got singing going on. Kira has made a huge meal, and all the boats have been asked to bring dessert. So I'm in my element.
Oh, what? Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing. That's like mother of pearl shell from an oyster. And then all of these individual shells stitched on. It's quite weighty.
It's
amazing.
impressive. Yeah, so T has been working on these without us knowing. He's managed to produce this huge medallion, this heart. Look at this. I feel like a mayor.
You look like a mayor.
I feel like I could run a village or a city now. Yeah.
Because you are
So
heavy.
So heavy. That's awesome. T, you're a legend. Well done, man. Thank you. This is incredible.
And these are the famous pancakes.
These are incredible. These are the things we were saying we could probably put like some maple syrup on there, ice cream on the side. It's kind of, it's hard to show you in the light, but it's like fried coconut, what's marshmallow?
Marshmallow.
The thing we grated the other day. And then that's mixed with flour and a bit of water, and then it's just fried in a pan. I think that's all of it.
The best thing ever.
It's just so, so good. I'll show you the inside as well. I'll happily show you the inside. Let me show you the
I can't really see it very clearly on this one. Can you eat another one and then show me that one?
We'll do 2 or 3. But like, it's just sort of a doughy consistency. It's just so, so good. It's sweet as well.
We have eaten so much food. Now it is time for the official speeches, and then we will head straight on to the desserts.
Well, I may have said this to each of you individually, but for us, coming here has probably been the warmest welcome we've ever experienced. Bernie and I have been sailing now for just about 5 years or so, and in several thousand miles, we've never felt as at home as we have here. So, from the bottom of our hearts, and I think I can speak for everybody else, thank you so, so much, honestly, for everything you've done for us and for letting us be part of this community as well. It's been incredibly special for us. And as you've asked us to take a piece of Penrhyn with us, I can guarantee you it's more than shells. And we will be spreading the word far and wide, and hopefully you'll welcome more people like us in the future, just as warmly as you have us. So thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that was insane. The dinner was incredible. We have been given these beautiful souvenirs to remember this place by, and well, the music has been going all night, and I don't think it's calling for an end anytime soon. So we'll have a late one, and then I guess it's on to the next place. So what's the Tongareva Penrhyn Basin Cook Islands national anthem, babe?
Oh, right, yeah. We always try and guess these when we arrive in a new country. It's got to be something. Wait, which way around does this go? I better get it the right way.
Please don't do that wrong. Okay.
We are so friendly, we are the best. We like people and all the rest. Something like that, but with more harmonies. Their singing is quite lovely here.